There is definitely a differing of opinions throughout the space. Some people are more on the bearish side. Some people think we have big corrections ahead of us. Some people are more bullish, like me, right? I've been very positive throughout this bear market cycle. I look towards the future and getting prepared for that because guess what? The future inches closer and closer each and every day. We are getting very close to something like the Bitcoin halving, something that is a major catalyst for the market. And people simply don't understand how close we in fact are. Now, there is something here that is going to absolutely blow your mind. We are well into this period already. Now, this is the climb that happened before the Bitcoin halving last time. All right. We obviously saw a major run in terms of ADA. You can see major movement to the upside. Now, you can kind of ignore the prices on these charts. There's no guarantee we're going to hit $1.50 by the Bitcoin halving. Completely possible, right? I just kind of dropped this wherever here. But my point here was to illustrate that we're only about a month from this period of time. This is laid out here. I got to move this over one bar. December 31st, end of the year, is when this part of the chart plays out. Okay. That's a month away. Now, what is even more bizarre and even more mind blowing is if you take into account what happened with the charts before the COVID crash, right? If you lay this out, we are actually into this market structure that happened prior to this. This is when the pump truly began. The pump into the Bitcoin halving began essentially October 21st this time, okay? Because obviously the Bitcoin halving is closer. You can see we are riding this same wave. We are climbing this same trend, all right? Now, I will say, do we get this major drop here? Maybe. Remember what happened last time. Worldwide uncertainty, worldwide fear. It was because of COVID, the COVID crash, right? Everybody knows about the COVID crash and what it was and what it did to the markets. And we can see the drop and impact that it had. Now, here's the thing is, are we going to go through the same correction? Probably not. What is going to be a big enough catalyst throughout the world that would make us drop to these levels? Maybe a global depression, right? I know I've seen some people say that, and I've gotten into arguments with people about this. Is there enough to push us down to those levels? Is there enough to cause this worldwide fear? Well, things have been pretty bad, right? We obviously have the SEC that's gone after crypto like crazy, still even as of late, suing the SEC, suing Kraken. We obviously know that the Justice Department has gone against Binance, a major contributor to the industry, but yet that played almost no impact. Global depression. What is the likelihood of it happening? Well, we know that consumer spending is down. We know that there is a credit bubble, right? Credit is at, I believe, an all-time high. And at some point, I think that will burst. Now, what type of impact does that have? Maybe not as much as some people think. Yes, a lot of people are buying on credit, but they also underestimate how much capital is in fact flowing around because of how much capital was printed during these past 3 years. All right, maybe this is a little bit broader of a discussion than I wanted to get into, but I think it's important that people realize we are not on pace for a global depression. We are not on pace to have the same kind of pain that we saw 100 years ago during the Great Depression. Okay, times are a lot different. Markets are a lot more resilient. Could we face pullbacks? Sure. Would it cripple the markets? I doubt it. Okay. As always, again, this is not financial advice. There's no guarantees. But what I think that we truly see in these charts is ADA maintain this. I don't think we get a black swan event. I think we continue to just ride this wave into the halving. And the point I wanted to make is we're into the beginning of that. Big major corrections likely gone apart from black swan events. Hopefully this illustrates that. And hopefully people realize that, waiting for these low prices, they may never come. You need a major negative market catalyst to get us down to those price levels. Would I love if it happens? Sure. I'd love to buy at, 15 cents, 10 cents, 5 cents, but I'm also realistic at the same time. It's likely not going to happen, so I'm preparing right now. Always, have something set aside. And again, you guys can do what you want. I always have something set aside just in case something like that happens, but I'm also not going to hold my breath and pray for something that may likely never come. So we are well underway. We are well into this transition. The pump has begun. The Bitcoin halving is close. So make sure that you guys are prepared. So I appreciate you as always. Show your love below. I want to hear your thoughts on this, but I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.